5 o'clock on this Saturday evening, May 16th, 2020. It is time now for the Peter Channel 5 o'clock news on this Saturday evening, May 16th, 2020. 5 o'clock in Norton, and the temperature is 71 degrees. Top stories on the Peter Channel 5 o'clock news on this Saturday evening is the bill passed for second stimulus check and hazard pay for essential workers. Trump fires State Department Inspector General Steve Blink. New York City's policing crowds at proximate step approach to while Cuomo's discussed the decision to reopen horse racing track for that fans. Express warned the 2020 meltdown as election funding faces rock back through Congress. A new COVID-19 relief bill offers up to $6,000 per household and much more. A cash poor city in New York City should just build new jails instead of Rikers Island. Tensions rise between the White House and CDC as Burke's critics virus struck in. New York tourists arrested in Hawaii for violating local quarantine rule. Massive fire condominium complex on top Padre Island, Texas. Quarterback. Trump returns to the business tragedy. Attack Obama. Texas Supreme Court suspended a mail-in vote during pandemic. Rwandan genocide suspect caught in Paris after decades on the run. U.S. on the track to pull troops out of Afghanistan. Brazil wants to model struggles to contain virus amid purchase local turmoil. Italy opened borders after 3 months of severe coronavirus lockdown. Suspect is custody after officer involved shooting in Boston stop-in. J.C. Penney store closings coming as Patel trying to avoid liquidation and Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Buffett sells more stocks, including Goldman Sachs, with no elephant size acquisition on the horizon. You should safe to buy all airline stocks right now. Space Force selects X-37B space plane delayed by bad weather. Feinstein criticized the China and controlled rocket re-entry. COVID-19 and women, the scientific factor you should know. PTSD and burnout threaten medical workers. And North Dakota releases reopening protocols for large venues and virus death tolls climb to 42. Swampscott, tons of the protesters gathered near Governor Baker's Swampscott with the potential reopening in the economy on the end of the restrictions imposed because of the coronavirus outbreak. UMass Biology Professor coronavirus watch out for crowds, tight space, and poor airflow. Take out the deliveries, keeping some downtown eateries afloat. SVB strikes 86-year-old crosswalk in downtown Brockton. Brockton makes coronavirus tests available to all residents. Brockton City employee tests positive coronavirus. Suspicious fire at Brockton redevelopment site under investigation. 21-year-old man injured at a Friday night shooting in Brockton, and teenage bats was hit by SUV in Brockton. Local funeral homes are facing a missing child during the COVID-19 pandemic. This never likely seen in her entire career. And now, taking a look at news from the wires. Iran sentenced a French Iranian academic to 6 years in prison and Saudi and national security propaganda charges. President Trump informed Congress that he fired U.S. State Department Inspector General Steve Blink offered no specific reason after. President Mash decided not to run for president's third-party candidate. New York reopened. Horse race tracks and nomination locks down. The world pass holders have sued the rock cover monthly fee collection mall. It's close to COVID-19. After record rain in South Florida, system rains on the track became first names on the 2020 Atlantic hurricane season this weekend. Texas Supreme Court on Friday typically put a hold on expansion of vote on by mail during the coronavirus pandemic. Peter Childers on 504 Sports Report. On the winning rule, NFL considers swapping punishment for reward. NFL player credit letter in regards to the assault discharge of the firearm, and Aaron Rodgers certifies a pick by Jordan Love says return with Miss Packers may not be a reality. Subway system can be real in the Paris. They are looking good. 90 the northbound side low slope to 128 out in the Canton stretch, but it's looking good in 7 New England, the Mariposa Great eastbound low slope to New Haven, and it's looking good in New England. And now, looking at the weather situation, most of the got about 45 degrees, north is about 5 to 7 miles, coming evening for Sunday, Putt Sun's got about 69 degrees, and Carmen coming southbound 5 to 8 miles in the afternoon. Sunday, Increase got about 40 degrees, south about 3 to 7 miles an hour. For Monday, slight chance of rain up before 8 a.m. Then a slight chance of showers up to 11 a.m. Mostly clouds will have about 61 degrees, northeast about 6 to 8 miles an hour. Just base for 20% Monday night. Most of the clouds for 45 degrees and northeast at about 68 miles an hour for Tuesday. Putt Sun's got about 56, low 44 degrees, northeast about 7 and 14 miles an hour for Wednesday. Putt Sun and most clouds at 57, low 42 degrees, and northeast about 6 to 9 miles an hour for Thursday. Putt Sun and most clouds at 66, low 47 degrees, east about 5 to 7 miles an hour for Friday. Putt Sun's going to be 74 degrees, south at about 3 to 5 miles an hour Friday night. Just to shot, most clouds 57 degrees, south was about 3 to 5 miles an hour, just with 70% for Saturday, check the shots. Putt Sun's 79 degrees, west about 3 to 6 miles an hour, just with 30%. Right now, northern is food clouds at 66 degrees. That's giving it Peter Tunnel 5 o'clock news on this. Saturday evening, May 16, 2020. I'm Peter Woods. Have a good evening by day. Stay safe, be positive, be healthy, be well. We'll see you at 10 o'clock for a 10 o'clock report. You have a good evening.